What do foxes getting married have to do with Vincent van Gogh's paintings? Or how do explorers on the verge of freezing to death relate to demons suffering from their own human disasters? The title of the film gives it away. Dreams. Akira Kurosawa wrote it in 1990, and yet it is an allegory for the reality we live today. Films are predominantly visual. Kurosawa uses this visual aspect to make us move with the protagonist. He uses still shots that show characters that move across the screen or across paintings. He also uses jump shots in a way that recreates rapid eye movement. Dreams come to us during REM sleep. REM sleep is when the body cleverly paralyzes itself in order to not react to its dreams, and instead uses rapid eye movement. There is a parallel in film, in which we choose not to move, but participate by watching. Our brain is far more creative during sleep. This is because our prefrontal cortex, that is in charge of being logical, is switched off, leading us to not question the absurdity of dreams. In the interaction between the commander and dead soldiers, we are not surprised, because war is often associated with death, and speaking is the way that we interact with other human beings. Kurosawa heightens the surreal aspect by making a troop of soldiers stand almost motionless, which we associate with the lack of life, and the blue from their faces, which is a colour hard to find in nature, insinuates that they are no longer with us. In the film, it is the interplay with human experiences combined with surreal aspects that make the film engaging. As the prefrontal cortex switches off, the hippocampus and the amygdala are wide awake. These two parts of the brain are in charge of the emotional intensity of dreams. As we see the colour palette and the complexity of emotions displayed in the film, we are left with a visceral effect. The protagonist goes from feeling curious to sad, hopeless to hopeful, in awe to fearful, shameful to feeling at ease. Colour is also used to create vivacity. In Crows, we see the use of red, yellow and blue, the triad colours, to evoke vitality and a sense of hyper-reality that Vincent van Gogh feels. Akira Kurosawa cleverly incorporates Shinto within his dreams. Shinto is an indigenous Japanese practice that means the way of the kami. Kami are spirits and divinities found in objects, humans, and nature. Akira Kurosawa distinguishes them within the dreams by distorting their voice or adding reverb, or, like the fox, represents them in a superhuman way through the human figure. In the second dream, the peach orchid, we see the depiction of hinodolls. The Edo period princess Okiko had become Empress Meisho at the age of 6, and because of this, she was not to marry or have children because she was too young. She responded to this by making her daughter in a cloth that she had once seen in a dream as a happy girl. These Hina dolls would then have their own festival, the Hinamatutsuri festival. Each Hina doll with their kami would bless children with 1,000 years of happiness. Here, Kurosawa uses the iconography to hint to a deeper message. As we see the young boy experiencing mono no aware, the sadness and awareness of the impermanence of this last blossom, we are reminded of the fleeting nature of life. As said in Inception,
You never really remember the beginning of a dream, do you? You always wind up right in the middle of what's going on.
each dream doesn't have a clear plot. The establishing shot captures the protagonist already engaging with his reality. The film is enigmatic, creating 8 different puzzle pieces, leaving us to decipher. And as well as this, there's no clear ending, leaving us to create our own soul-searching meaning. Dreams draws some similarities to image rehearsal therapy. This technique reimagines nightmares in different scenarios until the overall worry is manageable. The film goes through a number of distressing dreams before ending with a village in tune with nature. Kurosawa is known for using weather to animate his films, but here he uses it to create different realities, in which we are reminded of our relationship with nature. By the end, we are left thinking how we can stop our monstrosities as a species, rather than being doomed by our own ignorance. Kurosawa connects the last dream and the first dream with the procession. As the first procession leads us into the dreams and hints at the deeper meaning through the kami iconography of the fox, the symbol of fertility and death, the last procession leads us out of the dreams through the celebration of life. In the 1990s, it was believed that dreams came to us at the moment of awakening. As we start the film, we are awakened to the importance of life. As we leave, we are invited to go and live it. Kurosawa ends the film with the flow of water. Nature can show us the way.
あんた生きるのは苦しいとかなんとか言うけれど、それは人間の気取りでね、正直生きてるのはいいもんだよ。とても面白い。